What if I don't know my exact birth time? I get asked this question a lot because, believe it or not, it's pretty common that a person doesn't know their exact birth time. There can be varying reasons for this, aside from it simply not being listed on your birth certificate. You may have been adopted or not have any contact with your birth family, or your parents and family members may have crossed over, no longer in our physical world, and you just don't have any birth records. It is important to be as accurate as possible with your birth time when running a chart so that you can run the most accurate chart possible. So, in the case of you, a family member, a friend, or a client not knowing their exact birth time, here are 6 things that I recommend doing. The first is, as you may have guessed, check your birth certificate. If the time is not on there or you actually don't have your original birth certificate, you can try requesting one by calling the vital statistics office in the city that you were born in, or look them up online and see if you can request your records that way. For example, my birth certificate did not have my birth time on it. So when I requested a certified copy from the vital statistics office, that version came with my exact birth time on it. I did have to pay a small fee for this, but it was worth it. And now I have an extra copy of my birth certificate. But it's also important to note that I live in the US, so I don't have experience on this process outside of that. Number 2, so you can look through any baby books or any photo albums to see if there is anything that may give you an indicator, a clue, a hint to the time of day that it was. Number 3, you can ask your parents or other family members or any close family friends what they may remember as well. This will help you to narrow down to see if everyone was absolutely positive or certain it was in the morning or at night. Number 4, you can run a chart, and there's a link in the description of this video where you can do that for free. You can run one for every 2 hours and see what, if anything, changes in the chart. So typically the type or the profile and the moon gate activations will be the things that change and shift. You can narrow this down even more by then running a chart every hour or every half hour and start tapping into what resonates based on what you know about type or profile. And this could help you to narrow it down even more. So then after you've done that and you get to the point where you've narrowed it down to maybe say a handful of charts, then you can move on to number 5, which is do muscle testing or use a pendulum to help you narrow it down even further. If you don't know what muscle testing or how to use a pendulum, you can do a quick Google search, and there's plenty of videos out there that will show you how to do this. And last but not least, if you've truly exhausted all measures to find your exact birth time on your own, you can go to an astrologer who specializes in birth time rectification, which is basically reverse engineering the chart. That's it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any additional tips that you'd like to share, or if you know an astrologer that specializes in birth time rectification, please feel free to share that information in the comments.